Well, that worked. Always surprised. Still, 2026, whenever anything works, I'm always surprised. Welcome to what I think is the last official panel for Cal 13 for posterity, Sunday, May 17th, 2026, in the year of our Lord, 3 to 5 p.m. But there's really no limits on this panel. There's a thank God Comic Art Live is closed panel, I think at 8 o'clock tonight, with a little Q&A and complaint centers, and maybe if we're lucky what we did well, who knows, right? Michael, we were just talking about Yelp reviews.
Yeah, man.
We'll see. Right. We'll see how that goes. It's gone off pretty swimmingly on our side, but we're here today to talk about the next Indie Comics Creator Con, sort of homegrown show. As you know, we've had 2 in New Haven, and then we moved it to Providence. That'll be September 26th, and Matt Sardos is heading up that one. And I've been working on a Jacksonville show, and a lot of the reason is because of these 2 gentlemen on the screen, Michael and Denny, who you should introduce yourselves in a second, but they run First Coast Comic-Con up in Jacksonville. Why don't you guys give everybody a little thumbnail about FC3 and how many years you've been doing it, and how the show's been composed to date?
Sure.
You guys being polite.
You take the stage
first.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, I'll jump in. So I'm Michael Traylor, co-promoter along with Denny at First Coast Comic Con. We took over First Coast Comic Con from a previous iteration. I want to say, we're going on 4 years now.
4 years.
2026 will be the 3rd year in its current iteration as far as the scale and breadth of programming that we're bringing to the community. Denny and I, we've known each other for probably the past 5 or 6 years. We met over our combined passion of comics, and both being local guys. It's just, I think there was synchronicity that came together, and the universe just brought something that community is really wanting to fruition, just based on our combined passion for the media and the craft of creating. I'm a creative director in my daytime life, and
a great graphic designer who saved my butt many times.
I try to help where I can, and excuse me. And Denny and I took over First Coast Comic Con, and just kind of like a Voltron, just combined our strengths. And Denny, you can kind of speak to your media background as well. So with my marketing, advertising background, and Denny's media and being such a people person, helped facilitate Denny as such.
We laugh, but we know what the ladies at the Duval Fairgrounds think of Denny. They ignore us, Michael.
But it's just been a natural build to something I think is pretty special for Northeast Florida.
Yeah, when we took over the show, it was a hotel show, smaller scale. We decided back then that we wanted to bring a destination style comic book show to Jacksonville, a true comic book show. There's other shows around that focus more on pop culture, anime, things like that, and they call themselves Comic Cons, but they're not truly comic book shows. So we wanted to bring that and build it out on a larger scale, kind of, I say it all the time, but Heroes Con is kind of our model, basically. That's the kind of show we want to do because, we love it and they do it so well. We want something like that in our area, in a destination type show. And, hooking up with Kasra and bringing the IC3 in, it really made sense. And we're excited about what's going to happen this year and the growth that we're seeing in the show.
Yeah, and we'll go over it a little bit more because we have our first guest, and the poor man just hosted a panel before this. We got to let him go. But basically, the gist of it is IC3 combines with FC3. So you got FC3, great back issues, modern books, graded books, hardcore comic book dealers and people.
Yep.
TCG Alley, which is a great ad some hand-selected sort of active pro artist guests, and then with CAF helping out with that too. It's one of the, can I use the word synergy, or do I get like go to hell for that? And then combine IC3, which is what we're rolling out. We're trying to roll out nationally, the indie show, and bring 100 psychopathic indie creators, including some incredible, featured artists. One of whom is right here. We can bring him on. I hope he's not too tired.
That's crazy. We're psychos.
You look thin. You like shave your hair, and you look smaller.
I got a haircut. Listen, I got a haircut. I've trimmed my beard. I'm wearing a ball cap. Spacow.
Okay, it's like one of those grandma lines where they lowered your ears or something.
Yeah. They lowered my ears. Everything's good. Yeah.
So
you know a lot more. That changes your body.
A lot of the CAF folks now not only know but love Jamie Jones. I don't know why I have to say Jamie Jones. Your name is Jamie, right?
Yeah, but listen, I've been a two-name guy my entire life, so you can go. Jamie Jones works.
His Jamie's IG, if you don't follow him already, is there in the chat. So Jamie, who are you, and why the hell are you here? That's my.
This is a good question. Well, I just hosted a panel with Marlon Shoup and Bart Sears where we just talked about making art for a bit, I've been a part of IC3 since the beginning, since before it was IC3. So I think that's probably right when Sardo and I were trying to start a show in St. Pete, Florida. Exactly. I'm a Florida guy. I appreciate that you guys are doing some comic shows that aren't just people in skimpy outfits prancing around and actually making comics. Famously do not like Comic Cons in Florida, so I'm really excited to come down. I don't live in Florida anymore, but I was born and raised in
Your parents are still here, though, and
your parents are still here. Yeah.
You like them, like coming to Jacksonville. You're definitely expected to pay a visit. Yeah.
My brother will definitely be there, which would be nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I really like when this merger happened. It was a cool thing to be a part of and come, a good excuse to come back down to Florida and hang out and make comics and sell comics and talk comics and all that jazz.
What do you got going on now? I mean, you're going to be at Heroes.
I'm going to be at Heroes.
So all four people here, Michael and Denny. Sorry if I need to. This is Jamie. If you guys haven't, apologize. I guess I'm going to do that with a lot of the guests because they're IC3 guests today. But what's up with Spacow? What's up with the secret project that you keep referring to? And
talk about the secret project. Hopefully, I can in a couple of weeks, which would be nice. Spacow 5 is on the drawing table. I'm fingers crossed that it happens for Heroes, but it will definitely be for IC3 in July. So it might have a Spacow 5 release at that show. This is a page from it. This is a Wizard Cowboy page from Spacow 5.
You take it just a little closer. Oh, okay.
Listen, I can take it off and show it to you, baby. That's
nice.
Yeah.
That's almost like some sort of abbreviated strip format or some sort of strip influence. Can't get strips off my mind.
Are you reading my mind, or did you jump into the last panel because we talked about it?
Oh no, I've been a little too busy. Yeah.
No, strips are the way, babes. That's how that kind of my entire mind has been taken over by comic strips recently. So
it's a intoxicating format. I don't know why. And I imagine as an artist, you must love it. Yeah. I
love it so much. You can build things around a single image and then just kind of play around the story on either side of it. It's I could talk strips for as long as you would have me on, but we don't have
that. We always cut Jamie off.
Yeah.
We're like, be the program director, give yourself 3 of them, ruin your show and talk, baby. How about is the Nancy strip? Did that get your ass fired a little bit, or am I just connecting something that doesn't need to be connected?
With Caroline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, listen, Caroline's Philly.
With murder, right?
What?
She's getting away with murder. She's having a lot of fun with that strip.
It's
I would imagine.
insane.
Yeah,
she's really great. We've got a beers date sometime soon. But yeah, I moved to Philadelphia in December, and Caroline's also a Philadelphian, so we get to
Philadelphia is like a top 3 target for me for IC3. We can talk to Partners and Sons. We could put on a great show. It's a great city to have. It's still an art city.
Oh, it is. The oldest sketch club is in Philadelphia. Some of the oldest things for art and artists is up here. So it's
so people like drawing sketches with canes. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Yeah.
We got you've got possibly Spacao coming out by IC3 Jacksonville. You'll be at Heroes. You have secret projects, and I got to mention Power Pulp Instagram guys. Especially if you're a little bit more of a mainstream American comic book reader, please go to Power Pulp. They're basically crudely doing a lot of front-end curatorial work about some of the weirdest, wackiest, most awesome, energetic, powerful comics being made out there. And you guys, are you up to 40 plus creators now? What do you?
Yeah, 40 creators, 40 plus creators now. Several of us just got nominated for Eisners, which is super cool. John Kelly just got nominated for Dummy. We got in right at the tail end. Jesse Lonergan signed with us, so we got him right before he got nominated.
At least 3 for him, yeah.
So we are definitely doing some things.
No, I mean, I don't think I'm giving anything away here, but I thought you guys were having sort of a panic attack at 18 people on your roster, and now you're over 40.
Yeah.
Right? So
well, the beauty of how it works and how we are classified, or how we think of ourselves, is it's more of a collective and less of a company. So we have a bunch of people really pulling our resources together, and everyone kind of plays their part, and we all make this industry work for us better than it has in the past. Getting distribution for self-published comics is such a hard thing to do, that we're trying to cut the middleman out, so comic shops and creators can have a relationship and build relationships together.
Marcus usually asks the hard-hitting journalistic broadcaster questions, like how far will FC3 and IC3 fly their guests in from? I'm not even sure what that means. Is there some sort of rule and regulation for our show that we're outside the guidelines and standards of other shows? What I did is I found out where Marcus lives, and I'll leave it at that. But then I measured the distance, and I used that as a compass from Jacksonville. So I almost got across the Atlantic Ocean, but I didn't quite get there. Marcus, I need you to move to Alaska so I can get a Spaniard over to FC3, IC3. What else you got going on, Jimmy? You did Pokemon drawings. You got multiple IG accounts now. Just like, what's wrong with you? I thought you moved to Philly to have a personal life.
I have it. I have a personal life, but then I also have the professional life. Needing to pay rent with is a bitch of a thing. So we've got comics, just making comics, making art, having fun. That's what I'm doing. Is taking stuff that I've already had and rehashing it. Those daily strips, the Baboon Dailies on Instagram is I'm reposting. I did 260 daily strips, and I put them on Substack. Middling amount of people saw them on Substack. Bring it over, put it on Instagram, and it kind of runs itself, right? I can just upload things and post it. I don't have to think about it.
Marcus, with the follow-up, sober, great question. I apologize, Marcus, not really, but I do. It was a budget question, which is totally legit. Mm-hmm. That is our goal. Our goal with OAX, our goal even with IC3. I would love to bring in creators from, for example, outside the United States. For IC3, I think we're, that's going to be very selective. If we can do that in the next year, it'd be 1 or 2. We'd be lucky. OAX, I only want more creators from outside the United States. I know that's not what you were asking, Marcus, about OAX, but that is our goal always. It's diversified artist base, people that don't do a lot of shows in the U.S., people that don't do a lot of shows, period. We're trying to preferentially bring those people in. And Europe is crazy. I mean, European bande dessinée, all of the European art is effectively indie art by any standard, by American standards. So from that perspective, there's just a massive base of people that we could bring in. And I think we'd want to bring them in like possibly when we have a 2-day show rather than one. So let's get to the 2-day show first, and then try to optimize their time in the States, like have them teach at a local school or give a lecture or meet with students, whatever it may be. So, because if you're going to bring someone in, give them a couple of vacation days, sure, but otherwise treat them like cattle. Teach.
Yeah,
So,
I would say Denny and I support that as well. We don't want to limit ourselves to just Northeast Florida, Southeast creators. We really want to branch out, and expanding to a 2-day show is key, right?
Yeah.
And it creates that draw for individuals that just don't have access to those foreign creators. If a family doesn't have the means to travel to Orlando to MegaCon to get in front of a creator that they really want to interact with and meet, we want to be able to create an affordable pathway for them to achieve that goal, right? So it does come down to budget and it comes down to time. So hopefully we'll be able to find that happy medium.
Yeah, and then let's end it with this. This is very important. Artists need to brand and market themselves. Jamie does a wonderful job of that by not thinking about it. I would start there, by the way. But now that people have seen the fruits of your visual labor, Jamie.
Yeah. Where can you get this dope shirt and this dope hat? You can go to artofjamiejones.bigcartel.com and you'll be able to find all of the new merch. I've got new merch now. Get in the Forever Heroes Captain. Yeah.
I like Jamie's style because I'm a merch guy as well. Denny, Kasra.
It works.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. I got
yourself.
I'm the promotion whore.
Yeah.
Okay, we need a sell.
Look at Denny. Yeah.
Every time we turn around, there's some new idea. So it's, but generally they work. So
yeah.
So Jamie Jones, find him online. Find him at PowerPulp. PowerPulp's got a YouTube channel. Is that going to be a little more active?
PowerPulp has a YouTube channel. We're going to start actively having shows coming out on that. We have a PowerPulp Live that we do live events and live streams over on. But yeah, be prepared. This second half of the year is going to be some cool things. We've got some stuff coming down the pipeline.
Nice.
Okay, that's it then. Guys, got anything else?
All right. I got nothing. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks.
I just want to say I'm very excited to have Jamie to be joining the lineup in Jacksonville for this inaugural kickoff.
I'm excited. We're going to have a good time.
it's going to be a good time.
Exhibitor info coming, Jamie.
Yes.
Remember the drink and draw. We're going to talk about it during this, but a little package, something that makes us look pro level. It'll be coming everybody soon. Yeah, we're going to try.
We're going to look professional.
I got this revolutionary idea. Short PDFs with short information.
Wow. Short information. That's
Very consumable. Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it, Kasra.
Thanks, Jamie, man. Always good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you. Oh, man, I hung up on that poor man. I'm so sorry, Jim. I got a trigger finger. I think it's because I got excited because the next guest is, I'm not gonna embarrass. I'm gonna say my top 3 favorite artists. Forget comic book artists. Matthew the Allison.
That's not true, is it?
It is Riley Rossmo.
Okay.
Matthew Allison, and I got some tiebreakers for the third one, so I got to think about that a little bit more.
I'm honored.
I say that to Sean all the time, hoping that he'd whisper it to you and just make you like cringe inside. Hopefully, yeah. You're the best, man. You are the best.
Thank you.
Michael and Denny from First Coast Comic Con, Matthew Allison,
Hi, Matthew.
who's
How you
now
doing?
is Virginia's finest, I believe. Yes, you live in Virginia now.
Been here like a year this week. Yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
What's
What part?
going on, man? What is going
We're
on? with you?
we're north of Richmond in Henrico.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, what's going on? I got I'm working on a story for a French magazine called Zine Panique. Finishing that up. I got to turn that in the next couple days, and I got a big batch of Heroes Con commissions that I'm in the middle of as well. So
Okay, I was going to ask. You are coming.
Yep.
Is Sean coming with you, or and
I'll be at his table. So I'm not listed as an artist. I'm just part of the Athenium crew.
okay?
Yep.
There's the IG for Cancor, Matthew Allison, and I'll put the Athenium one in next. So you got. Do you have the next issue of Sweet Sepulcher?
Close, yeah, Sepulcher. I met somebody. So I'm supposed to go to that birthday party. It turned out the birthday party actually started at noon. So I just got back from it, and I was telling somebody like every comic I work on, you can't pronounce the name just like reading it. So I always have to. I don't even really know how to say Cancor correctly. But yes, Sepulcher issue 2. I'm hoping I will have with me at the show in July.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
All goes well. So we'll see.
Oh, you just saving money on shipping. Thank
There you go.
That's tremendous.
Yeah.
So, thank you for coming to the show. It was massively selfish reasons, but it turns out that a lot of other people are happy that you're coming as well.
Oh, good.
Newell and hopefully some other like active CAF community members and art collectors will be there too. But so will you have some of issue 2's art with you for us?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I normally, I'd be giving that stuff to Sean, but I think I'll hold on to some of it, bring it to the show with me in July before I ship it off to him.
I love hearing that. Love hearing that. And I saw that he had some of your art for sale up on Comic Art Live this weekend. The amazing thing to me is that the Mondo poster art is still available. That's absolutely nuts. It's large, if I remember as well. Yeah, it's like
18 by 22 or something like that. Yeah, because the poster itself is 3 feet tall. So I had to draw that as large as I could. And I ended up doing 2 drawings, which I combined in Photoshop. So the art that's for sale, you're actually getting 2 full versions of the poster.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to share a window here just real quick. I wanted to ask you how you make these, if they're Copics or what it is, because the effect on this is wild. I never asked you about these crazy pieces, these effects that you get with color. Are you layering Copics or something? What is this?
Yeah, so I actually was just talking to Chris Pitzer about that today because he thought I was using watercolor. And I'm basically using the Copic markers like you would watercolor in terms of the layering. I think I've never really worked with watercolor beyond a few things in junior high and high school. But yeah, somebody handed me a Copic marker at Heroes Con maybe 10 years ago, and I just took to it pretty quickly.
It's wild. It has some sort of oil. It looks like it's penetrating the paper with like an oil. I don't know how to describe it. Almost like an oil.
Mm-hmm.
Not like an oil paint, but literally like Crisco.
Well, yeah, and sometimes I will just take, because I have refill bottles, and I'll start out by just putting a few droplets on the paper and kind of moving it around and letting it go where it wants to go. So I wanted to do something that was the opposite of my inking, because the inking is so precise, and I'm sitting there, with my face to the drawing board, doing like all that stippling and the feathering and everything. So I needed something that was a little more expressive and free flowing. And so the combination of the Copic markers with these, my standard inking is a nice mix.
Denny, Michael, did you get a chance to see Matt's work at OAX in person, the physical OA?
Yeah, I was able to peruse.
The inking is like, it's so slick. It doesn't even look like a human being did it. I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. It is so wildly. The brain processing on it is become. Man, I hate to say this. The last few years, it's become so refined, chaotically refined. I don't know what it is. It makes your
brush.
It's all microns.
Okay.
I'll do a brush sometimes for the outlines, but all the feathering and stippling is done with microns.
Wow.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's the Mondo poster.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just the scales and wow.
The caricatures, the anatomy, the pure utter self-hatred necessary to do something like this.
I honestly am in. I go to therapy for a variety of reasons, but I have been talking to my therapist about why I'm so use such a controlled, exacting way of inking when it can be physically taxing. Like at the end of the day, I have this hand massager thing that my mom gave me that I have to put my hand in because it hurts so badly.
Yeah.
Thank you for this phase of your life. I hope. I'll just call it a phase. It's remarkable. It really is.
Thanks.
It's really good.
All right. You'll be at Heroes. You'll be with Sean. But more importantly, you'll be in Jacksonville and you may have issue 2.
Yep. Hopefully. If not, I mean, I'll have a lot of the artwork from it if I don't have the printed version. But the place that I'm using, they got the stuff printed pretty quickly last time. So I think if I can get it to them end of June, that hopefully it'll arrive before I come to the show.
So is that going to be an ongoing, like, do you intend for that to be like a once or twice a year possibly issue that you put out?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do a one-person anthology. And initially, The Sweet Sepulchre story was going to be a single graphic novel. And it was taking me so long, I thought, well, I should break this up into chapters and just release it in single issues. And that allows me to do Kankor stories along with the main story, or just whatever I feel like putting in there.
Sorry, I'm hogging, guys, but this is my favorite.
No, it's great.
My favorite. I said top 3 just for bullshit. Animation, man. Some of your artwork, I could see it like being wildly interesting in animation. Has that ever opportunity or thought crossed your mind?
Yeah, I actually had 2 people that I was working with maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I had a person reach out to me. They had worked on Aeon Flux way back when the initial like MTV version of Aeon Flux, like that first short. One of the people that was involved in that project, they were working with me. There was another person that was associated with Disney, and they had done, I think they're called animatics, where you have kind of a rough animation where they had taken some of my stories and done that. And it just fell by the wayside. They had other projects, but yeah, I would love to do something. I would really like to see Kankor done in claymation, like old school stop motion animation.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you a fan of Jan Schrankmeyer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a hero. Yeah. That would be tremendous. Is there still a lot of that going on, or is it sort of a little bit more underground and shorts?
Yeah, I have been seeing people that do stop motion with action figures. So they'll build dioramas, or they'll go out, set up something outside and then use action figures to do their stop motion with.
Marcus has nothing to do. Maybe out in California, he could put one of those together for you.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Sorry. This is correct. Lush is the word. Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Wow. All right. Thank you. We'll see you not that long from now in Heroes, in any case.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Matt.
you. Take care. We'll see you.
All right.
Take care.
Oh,
Yeah, his work is mind blowing.
Crazy.
The
I have,
contrast between the ink work and then having the color, the way you did the color, so it is. Yeah.
I've got like 12, 15 of his pieces. I got lucky. I stumbled on his work on some blogs back in 2008 and 9.
Uh-huh.
Repaneled where people redid panels and recovered, I think it was called. And instantly, this guy is just a genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll show you some of the work, and it was phenomenal back then. And what he's done the last few years, I didn't even imagine was humanly possible. When you see it in person, I'm like, any case, people react to different things, but let's get back to talking about our show here. I've got a good slide to show, some images here with everyone's favorite ripoff character, Deadpool. So here we go. FC3, guys, talk about FC3. You got some really good guests coming on.
Yeah, we do. We've got Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor coming back. This is their second year back at the show. Greg Land will be at the show again this year. Chris Campagna's coming down. Aaron Bartling is coming in for the show. Pat Broderick will be there. Those will be our featured guests. And then, like you said earlier, Kasra, you've got just a ton of indie comic artists there too. So, I mean, if comic art is your thing, we're bringing it to you. I don't know that anybody in Northeast Florida has done anything quite like this before as far as the comic art world goes.
Yeah, it's almost every show but OAX and MegaCon. I'm gonna put us up there after one more year of this. Let's not stick to Northeast Florida. Let's start some wars with some ego wars. Yeah,
we love those. We love those.
There's
they have
plenty of that to be had,
or not, right?
Yeah. Well, when you combine what we're doing here with the comic art with an actual comic book style show, and we will have something for everybody. There'll be collectible vendors there. I mean, you're not going to find walls and walls of Funko Pops at our show, but there'll be comic vendors there. There'll be collectible vendors, TCG guys there. We've added a TCG alley this year to kind of tap into that market and bring the trading card game world in just a little bit. Those shows, they have one just about every weekend up here, and they're crazy, the attendance at those shows. So tap into that market just a little bit, but for the most part, we're comic book focused, and that's how we want to remain. I mean, that's our passion. That's what we want.
I gotta disappoint Dan here. We actually have a contract with Pat that says he can only have a total of 2 hours away from his booth smoking. Okay.
He will. Pat, good old Pat.
Just kind of add on to what Denny was saying about having the true comic vendors, from golden age to modern. We've done our best to curate that vendor lineup to bring a large swath of ages, comic ages, or what have you. We have vendors coming down from the Carolinas, up from Miami, up in the Panhandle. So we're casting a broad net to bring vendors in that you don't typically see in the area often. And it's we've been pretty proud of kind of the vendor base we've built up over the past several years.
Not to brag or anything, but last year's show, the mix of books that were in the room last year was just crazy. I mean, like Mike said, from Golden Age up, I mean, there were early Batmans I know in the room that were moving around last year, and some timely Captain America stuff in the room that moved last year. And
wasn't the girlfriend copy? Was the girlfriend copy there? Because you guys talked about having seen the girlfriend copy. That's a legendary.
We didn't have it at our show. We saw it at a different show, but you know, I
we know who has it.
That book needs its own booth with like a $5 photo op.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a great mix of vendors, and like Mike said, you can't. A lot of this stuff, the vendors that are bringing the stuff they're bringing in is not normally available, you know, in our area. You just don't see it when you walk into a store. So we try to curate those vendors to make sure that we have a great mix of books in the room, because ultimately that's what people are at the show for. You know, they're in there chasing those grails, and we're doing our best to get them for them.
Here's a wonderful graphic Michael just completed. We'll go over some IC3 featured artists. Many of them are on the show today, and then we'll go to the schedule. Kayla Valerio will be on today. She's with the Artist Bullpen, as is Vanessa Del Rey and Keith Browning and Rafael Dante. So 4 artists from the Artist Bullpen. I'll thank Sam later when he's on, but Jim Rugg, who we're waiting for next, probably 3:45. Jim's coming on. Real happy to have Jim come down, and Dean Haspel as well. Dean should be on later in the show too. Monty's at some Motor City Con or something. Monty's a unstoppable force right now. The cat community to love him. His outlaws, his books are crazy. He's building like a universe of books that interact with one another, and bringing in some great creators to collaborate with. Jamie, you just met. Matthew Allison, you just met. Mario's tremendous. Didn't know Mario until IC3 New Haven. He's a phenomenal artist. Please follow him on Instagram. He does have a Comic Art Live booth. You can see some of his work there. Vanessa, people know, of course, from OAX. She's wonderful. Dan Goldman. I think I met Dan at New Haven as well. Dan's down in Miami, and he's doing some crazy work. Started a new studio. Just got an Eisner nom 2 days ago, I think, as well. Carlos Soca, you know, from OAX, the sculptor. He's going to be bringing all that stuff up and displaying it at the show. I think he'll have the Kirby Award sculpture there too for people to take a look at. Keith Browning, I think I mentioned. I hope I did, as part of Artist Bullpen. Not an artist that I looked at a lot, but he's fantastic. Artist Bullpen, Sam, and they curate their roster really well. Zach Rosenberg, they do a tremendous job. They have Jared Cullum as part of, and Jesse Lonergan, and many other great artists. Eli Schwab of Cosmic Lion, our buddy, coming in all the way from California, right at the limit of that distance of where Marcus lived. it was like
it's right there. Just a threshold.
3.2 kilometers, just short of my limit. Raphael mentioned Ro is awesome, and her videos. She sometimes goes on screeds that is like the best. She's doing like a manga imprint, I think, at Cosmic Line. Show's coming on later today too. RL Black out of Massachusetts, maybe Boston, probably Massachusetts, probably because Boston's too expensive. Incredible horror related art. Please check him out on IG as well. And James Green out of Jacksonville, one of the people who runs DCAS, the great Scene Fest up there, which is June 6th, and I'll definitely be there. I don't know if you guys are coming to that, but
we'll be there with you.
Yeah. Yep. And we're going to be bringing some DCAS artists into IC3 FC3 as well, and working with them. They're a really good group of people. So the show overall, when you start just mashing peanut butter and chocolate together, I won't say which one of you guys and which one's me. 40,000 square foot. And that's just the show floor. That's not, we didn't add in all the gigantic space around it to bloviate that number. It's 40,000 square foot of show space, 100 plus creators, 100 plus vendors, as you mentioned, TCG Alley, the great roster of artists like Jimmy, Amanda, Chris, Greg, Patrick, and Aaron. I'm on a first name basis with everybody now.
Of course.
And what I wanted to get into with you guys right now, there's a concession stand. Denny did some reconnaissance yesterday at another show and got us a price list. And it's definitely better than the DoubleTree, but it's not the most friendly pricing, but it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Parking's included.
Typical show pricing.
It's convenience pricing.
Yeah. So there's a QR code. You can go to IC3.art. You can go to firstcoastcomiccon.art. I'll put the ticket link in the chat at some point. It's like $24. That includes parking, and it's going to be like 8 hours of fun. But the fun starts Friday night. So the show is Saturday, 10 to 6. But the drink and draw event on Friday, which is we definitely like to do that with all the IC3 events. It's only going to be better now with FC3. Great location. I got some video to show you guys if we have time. But most of the artists are going to be there. Definitely all of the featured artists on the IC3 side. Hopefully some of the FC3 side as well, with a bunch of us from CAF too. The bar is, I can't describe the bar. That's why I brought the video to show.
It has tons of personality, doesn't it?
I don't even know how to. It's not really gothic. It's like I'm glad I know the owner.
Steampunk, maybe. Yeah.
My description is I'm glad we know the owner. Otherwise, I'd be scared for my sister. It's not that bad. It's great. It's really intriguing. You'll see the video in a second. And then we're going to have an after party at Hopdinger's, and it has a beautiful roof deck. And again, we've got some photos to show with that. So basically, come down and have 2-3 days of fun in a beautiful part of Florida, right off the ocean.
Yep.
I mean, bring your family even to this one. So we got 4 hotels identified. I'm trying to get some cooperation on the pricing, but it's not going to be much more than $130 a night. Easy to split, short distances to and from the fairgrounds and the events. And you guys, if you got something to say, I'm going to bring up the videos, but Jim's not in yet, so we might as well show a video.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, and to your point, the hotels are centrally located. Quick drive to the fairgrounds, and it's probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes from downtown, the more metro area where some of the events are going to be, after hours events will be taking place. So just
it's not far from any of that. I mean, it is the closest to the fairgrounds. Most of those hotels are famous for their amenities, their free breakfast, stuff like that, but there's a Cracker Barrel basically in the parking lot with 4 hotels. So
I mean, what else do you want?
I mean, what else do you need? And they serve beer. I mean,
beer and wine at Cracker Barrel now. Go get your fried chicken with a
3 meals a day at Cracker Barrel, and
with a mimosa.
Study about your bowel movements afterwards. Let's find out.
Yeah,
exactly. In a comic, you're right. I got the video for the drink and draw, but we've got a guest that's come in now. Maybe he wants to see this weird steampunk gothic drink and draw pad together. Maybe not, but hi, Jim. Let me get rid of this.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. How are you guys?
Good.
So Michael and Denny run First Coast Comic Con, Jim, up in Jacksonville the last 3 years or so. Comics, old school comics. Plastic's still allowed in some of the vendors. You can tune those comic books if you want to. No judgment.
Of course.
TCG and some great guests like Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda, and so on. And now we got the indie invasion. So I'm not going to tell these guys, but when they see the 100 indie creators, they're going to be intimidated, Jim.
I love it.
So I know you. I guess I got to start this off saying all of a sudden you are the busiest man in comics. I see V Friends, I see Power Pulp, I see appearances here and there. I saw a Barry Windsor Smith book like that. Just
I'm writing books in my free time.
What is that? And I know you're not using AI.
That's true. I'm not. Yeah, the Barry Windsor Smith book. I don't know what you guys want to cover, but one of the things that I will have. At this show is the Barry Windsor Smith book. This is Wolverine Weapon X. It is part of the Marvel Age of Comics, and it's me writing about Barry Windsor Smith's Weapon X Wolverine origin story.
Could you hold that up again, Jim? I got you blown up so people could see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
So this is coming out June 11th, which is perfect for, for your show.
Yeah.
I've gotten some contributor copies and I'm able to order more. So that is one of the books that I have been talking about a lot leading up to its release, and we'll be talking about leading up to your show.
What is the series? This is a prose-based analysis overview sort of book?
Absolutely. Are you familiar with the 33 and a third series of books?
For music especially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the Marvel Age of Comics is run from the same exact office, same publisher, same editor even. So it's the format of those 33 and a third books where writers, at least in my experience, I was asked to pitch a couple of ideas. They got the license from Marvel, and, you could write about a series, a character, creators, a storyline, whatever the case may be, I imagine. I pitched them a few ideas, and Barry Windsor Smith's Weapon X is one of my favorite comics. So that's the one they bid on. And, I always say the easiest way to hire me is ask me to do something I haven't done before. And I had not written a book before. So, it was a great experience, though. And, a very experienced editorial team to kind of help shape at least my book through the process, and I'm sure everybody else's. But it's a cool lineup. It's a chance, I think, to look at comics through the eyes of some different writers and pop culture writers and people of that nature, hopefully musicians. Hopefully it'll be a wide variety if this line is successful and they're able to kind of build it the way they have 33 and a third. And I'm very excited when people that are kind of outside of all my friends are cartoonists, we're all in comics. I enjoy when somebody with a different perspective shows up and, is into the stuff I'm into, but able to kind of make me appreciate it from a different perspective. And I'm hoping that's what this line will do.
Okay. So it's going to be a continuing line. And I got to ask the one question. Was there any sort of pointed moment or question or anything that were you able to ask BWS anything? Because, he's notoriously isolated.
No, I did not. I was not able to interview him in any capacity. I did talk with Terry Kavanaugh, who was the editor of the original serialization of Weapon X, but I did not make it to the man himself.
From what I've seen, Terry remembers everything. He remembers what people wore on a Wednesday in June in 19. Terry is very good with the story. So.
Yeah, he appears now and then at conventions. So I would encourage anybody, go talk him up, because a lot of history there.
And now obviously Power Pulp we covered a little bit. Jamie was on earlier, and Power Pulp just keeps surprising because it's growing. I thought, you guys are putting real effort behind some incredible creators, and it seems to be building momentum. But V-Friends, what are you doing with V-Friends?
I am a staff cartoonist there. I forget my title. I think it's creative producer. I am writing and drawing comics for Gary Vaynerchuk, one of which is a funny animal wrestling comic. This one is called Farm Fights. And this one, you may be recognizing that cover is not a Jim Rugg cover art. That's a Bill Sienkiewicz cover.
It certainly looks like Bill, yeah.
I'm super excited for the work that I've been doing at V-Friends, because it has allowed me to work with some of my heroes. I have a new book coming out this week. I will actually be in New York promoting it with Gary, and it has a cover by Jeff Darrow. It's called Confident Cobra, and it's kind of a kung fu story. And the Darrow cover is just incredible. It's a mongoose ripping an eyeball out of a king cobra. It's amazing.
Wow.
But Gary has, it's licensed, it's his IP. So it's basically work for hire, but he has a staff of cartoonists as well as freelancers. I have been writing and drawing comics there since September is when I started working for him. I've also been writing and hiring artists to draw some of the scripts that I don't have time to draw, which is the first time I've had a chance to actually work with artists, illustrating my scripts, which has been surreal and a very positive experience, but also kind of mind-bending. I've done this myself for 25 years, and it's been exciting working with people and being a little bit more collaborative than most of my experience.
Street Angel back in the day was written by, I forgot the gentleman's name.
Brian Maruka. It was
Right.
co-written by Brian Maruka. We
gotcha.
would write together.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That's the first work of yours that I saw. And outside of that, I'm trying to stretch my brain about rug collabs, and I don't have.
Yeah, there were a few here and there, mostly a fill-in issue here and there. I had done an issue of iZombie, which was kind of cool because it was usually drawn by Mike Allred and colored by his wife Laura, who I think of as one of the great colorists in comics. So I did a fill-in issue, and I had the pleasure of having Laura Allred color my pencils and inks. It was very cool. So, but yeah, you're right. For the most part, I'm self-publishing. You mentioned Power Pulp Comics, which is a group of us self-publishers, and that's most of my work. But sometimes these projects cross my desk and I can't say no. And the V-Friends project especially has been very rewarding. We have, like I mentioned, that staff of artists. So once a week, we all get together and just look at what we're doing and, read our new stories and stuff like that. It's very enjoyable. Cartooning is a fairly isolated endeavor, even if you are working collaboratively. So it's nice to have like a new group of peers that we get together and, try to impress each other.
You guys do a good job too with YouTube, the show that you do, communicating what you're doing at V-Friends, because I was trying to orientate myself to it, and it was pretty easy to orientate because of your guys and what you share on the channel. And the IG for Jim and for V-Friends is in the chat now if you guys want to go and take a look. I mean, V-Friends is getting a lot of content out. Gary V is notoriously high metabolism. Is that the way? A lot of coal going into that guy, right?
He's an impressive guy, I'll tell you. Part of doing V-Friends is working closely with him. So we will have like creative offsites where we'll like rent an Airbnb, get together for a couple of days, and just work on stories for like the next 6 months. And his engine does not stop. It's an amazing thing to witness in person, and a pretty fun creative collaboration. But he's definitely, I think he was known early on for hustle culture. Some guys just have that kind of high energy, and he's one of those guys, and it's pretty inspiring. It's something, I wish I had more energy. So whenever you're around someone like that, it's you kind of pull a little bit off of him.
Absolutely. Well, I made the mistake of watching one, I think it was a YouTube short or something about just, creating media content for your projects and stuff. And I'm just like, I mean, it's hard not to just feed off that energy and be like, you almost feel like a coach hyping you up,
100%. And once you start watching them, then they probably, kind of take over your feed. Like Kasra said, they produce a lot of content. So, be careful. If you say Gary V in front of your smartphone, you're probably going to get quite a bit in your feed.
Yeah, I'll watch a few of them, then just feel really bad about myself. I'm like, you're such a slacker, It makes you want to do something. I don't know.
100%. And that's another one of the benefits I've had from working with him is I feel like I'll come back from some of these summits and be like, I stuck my finger in a light socket. My wife's like, what'd you do? What's going on? You're so excited. And one of the things I said early on is I had no idea how much I don't know about comics, because he's coming at it from a very different angle than what I'm used to. He's coming from like a collector mentality, and a lot of that stuff, I don't even put my comics in bags and boards, Right. We used to get criticized for that on Cartoonist Kayfabe, the way we would handle some of these books that were more valuable, and we're just flipping through them.
What are you doing?
So it's been interesting in that regard of just how much I'm trying to learn as much as I can from him, and especially in the social media, production side of things. One of the things that he says is, don't make content. Oh, I forget the expression. It's don't make content, but basically record what you're doing, what you're doing anyway. Shoot 10 seconds of that a couple of times. And, it's not so much going out of your way to make new content as it is chronicling what you're already doing. So it's not, a second job or whatever.
Yeah, I have an internal battle. It's like, I don't find myself to be that interesting. So it's like trying to hype myself up and really kind of like look through a different lens is the challenge.
Give a camera to your kid. Let them decide whether you're interesting or not. Right?
I did. We at this past free comic book day at our title sponsors, Gotham City Limit. They had a fantastic turnout, and I took the camera, and my daughter recorded me, and just it was uncomfortable. I'm usually on the other side of the camera,
Right.
but I did it, and
I kind of feel like, you know, put out everything and let your followers decide what part's interesting and what isn't. And I think the more that you make, the less it becomes, you know, self-conscious or, you know, even judging it as to whether this is good or I should release it or not. You know, it's kind of like, if you're putting a lot out, the stakes are a lot lower. You know, like if it doesn't hit, maybe the next one will.
Just bury the bad stuff.
That's right.
To put an end on like the diversity portfolio here of Gym Run 2026. You know, we got again V Friends, you got Power Pulp, you got the BWS Pros book, and then I believe you did the design for Tyrant for Bissette's book. Yeah, you're the
I am, and I'm doing the design. That is still an ongoing piece. I was working on it yesterday and this morning. Just sent it back to the publisher for another round of edits. But yes, that is an ongoing project that I am also very excited and proud of.
And it did the response on Kickstarter was kind of heartwarming because everyone loves Steven, and he hasn't exactly been very public, unless I've been in the dark or something. I don't remember seeing him talk very much over the last 20 years, and all of a sudden he's like everywhere on YouTube, and he's like the comic laureate, I think, in Vermont or some and I'm like, what is going on? The gentleman did extremely well in getting this deluxe edition. So congrats to the team. The link's in the chat. Where can they still, do you know if they can still pre-order it, or is it?
I think they can still add it through Kickstarter. Kickstarter has like after the main campaign closes, I think you can still add. So if somebody wants Tyrant, it is not too late. You know, go to the Kickstarter link and add the edition that you want. You know, Kasra, I don't know how much you looked at it, but one of the things we're doing is an original art edition, basically like an artist edition for everybody that's familiar with those, where we are reproducing Steve's original art at size and full color. You know, it's black and white art, but at this point it's got that nice yellow patina, and there's some mixed media on top of it with some different subtle coloring. It's beautiful. You know, I got the first pages in from Test Scan. They sent me a couple to make sure, you know, the specs were what we wanted. And I'm looking at it blown up on my big monitor. I nearly cried. You know, that was a really important book for me coming up, Tyrant. And having the chance to like bring it to a new generation, I am humbled to be able to work with somebody like Steve. I consider him a master of comics art. People probably know him from teaming up with Alan Moore on Swamp Thing. But Tyrant was kind of his masterpiece and his personal, you know, project. And whenever comics imploded a bit in the 90s, it ended Tyrant prematurely. And I think that's part of why Steve wasn't as vocal about it. You know, I think he had kind of mixed feelings on it when he would look back. And running this campaign, you know, there's a lot of unintended consequences that come out of what we all do, and maybe things we don't plan for. I think Steve did 25 or so pieces of media for the campaign, and I did maybe 6 or 8 with him throughout the campaign. And from the very beginning, before we launched and we're promoting it, to like the last night of the campaign, we had kind of an appreciation Zoom, you know, all the backers could come on. To watch that cycle of like Steve seeing the public response to Tyrant, it was so heartwarming. You know, as much as I love the guy and love his work, actually seeing him kind of get his flowers, best part of the process for me in so many ways. And it's been heartwarming, and it's been exciting because in the beginning, everybody would ask him if he was going to do more Tyrant, and he was like, no. And by the end, he's reading scripts from like 2 new Tyrant stories, and I'm planning to draw those. So yeah, it's been that's been a very rewarding project. It's been exciting when come together in the design part.
He's really engaging in his interviews. If you guys haven't looked at what's been going up the last few months, every single one of them has been a joy to listen into. And there's a show in Orlando called OAX, and I have this vision of Jim Rugg and Steven side by side at OAX, just planting the not so subliminal seed there. March 19th, 21st, 2027.
Well, I love it. I hope we can convince Steve to do that, because he has all of his original art from Tyrant, so he could show some of that stuff off in person.
Even if he would like a special gallery, we do the special gallery presentations. The art is for sale if you want it to be. Typically, it's not, but especially look for complete books and get them each year. That would be a joy. So we'll see you at Heroes, though, right?
Yes, I will be at Heroes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Piscor family coming, I hope.
I don't think they're coming this year. They have a wedding in the family this year that's taking a lot of their extra time. So they're not as active on the comic circuit as they have been.
Congratulations, Bree. That's very nice. That's we'll have to say hi to Justine another time. Thanks for coming on, Jim. Really.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited for the show. I did an event in Jacksonville, DCAS, in 2022, and it was fantastic. It was through the Jacksonville library system. It was zines, small press. Not that different, I think, from the IC3 side of this upcoming show in terms of indie creators and self-publishers. Right. So I think it's a good city for comics. I'm really excited for what you guys are doing, and I'm glad to be a small part of it.
Thank you. And then I've been talking to James Green, one of the people that runs DCAS, and we've got 10 to 15 tables at IC3 Jacksonville set aside for some hand-selected DCAS people. The show's June 6th. We're all going to it. It's a great show. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you soon. And Charlotte.
Sounds good.
Yeah. See you there.
I think I have to get rid of this guy. I have to hang up on everybody. So mean. So
I was going to say, I caught one of the interviews with Steven and I think I learned more about dinosaurs in that one episode or interview than I ever knew in my entire life. It was amazing. And I couldn't stop listening. It was amazing.
Walt Simonson wanted to spend his life studying dinosaurs, and he is actually, I don't know, he's humble. He probably considers himself an amateur still, but he knows his stuff. Should get those two together and have them do a dinosaur book together too. Writing, drawing, I don't care who does it. We're starting to get a little bit of a backlog here, but these next two we came on first. So Ro, can you hear us? I hope. And Deanna, you're mute. Oh, you're unmuted.
Yep. Hey, you guys.
Hi. Oh, good afternoon.
So, Rohagashi, Deanna, Armenian last name that I won't pronounce. Could you do it for us? Sukuzian?
Sukiasian.
Sukiasian, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's sometimes with an I or a Y. So this is Michael and Denny from First Coast Comic Con.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Guys.
We got this funny thing where we're taking two shows and joining them together because why not? Let's just see what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
what's the worst going to happen? We have a good time. I mean,
well, we'll find out. Yeah.
I've been watching the past few hours. It's been good.
Oh, great. Thank you. Yeah. Smoke and mirrors. We believe in that. So Ro is a wonderful artist. Deanna, I don't know your work all that much, except more on the editorial side, right? And
I kind of wear all the hats.
From Boston to LA, I think. Don't you work with the group out of Boston and with CLP?
Yeah, so I work with the Boston Comic Arts Foundation, which is a nonprofit that supports artists in Massachusetts as well as the New England area, and we bring comics education specifically to underserved communities. And then I work with CLP as well.
Is that the group in Boston that does it? It does like a show for neurodivergence or the deaf?
Yeah, we do CalmerCon.
Oh God, you guys are the best. That is such a cool idea.
Show. Yeah, we do MICE, we do CalmerCon, and we sponsor other local shows geared towards youth comics, which is awesome.
I'm putting Ro and Deanna's IG in the chat. Ro, can you give us like a thumbnail, like who you are and why you're here?
Sure. Before I say anything, Eli did send me a text message about 30 minutes ago. He says that we are proud to be a sponsor and super excited to bring the IC3 Super Juice to Jax.
So did he say Super Juice?
Super Juice.
Super Juice. Yeah, I was hoping that was an inside joke between you two, but apparently not.
Uh, I can act like it is. It just
Okay.
that's literally, I 100% believe you that those were Eli's words now. Deanna's IG is right there in the chat as well. But please, Ro, tell us about yourself.
Yeah. So I got signed with CLP about almost 3 years ago now, and I released the first 2 volumes of my series, Half of the Crown, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And then, after talking with Eli for a couple of years now, actually, I had complained to say, hey, we need more manga artists. And he said, I'll only do it if you help me with it. And I admittedly took a year to just be like, okay, fine. But, it's such rewarding work. We've signed on some really amazing people. We debuted 2 creators in March, and then we're going to debut 3 more creators in June. And so we'll bring all of those guys' books to you. And I did give you, if you guys want to take a closer look, there is a Google Drive, I believe, with all of their work and stuff. But I do have the physical one. So this is Side Quests here.
Let me wait. Window bigger.
There you go. There's Side Quests. Nice. And it's read Japanese way. Oh, wow. So, but yeah, just really solid work. This artist is Squire Maguire, and he is from Malaysia. The only thing that I did was just kind of make sure with him page by page that the Japanese onomatopoeia was correct.
Nice. This is already out then from CLP?
Yes, so this is out and you can get it. And then also this one too, this is a Sapphic Magical Girl comic. It's done by an artist in San Antonio. A Sapphic Magical Girl artist. So
yeah, these are books we just released in April. These just launched.
Yeah. And then I really love yokai and like cryptids and everything. And so this one has a lot of yokai characters and everything. That's totally up my alley. And then I only have a physical pitch. So this looks way different than what the actual print will be on. Deanna can talk a little bit more about it. She worked closely with Marshall, but I believe Marshall is the only one who kind of gave us a physical pitch that we've actually signed on so far for the CL manga side. But yeah, this was his pitch, and the print version that's going to debut in June looks completely different.
Let me bring up these images just for you to talk about. But essentially, is it essentially it's a manga imprint of Cosmic Line Productions, right? CLP guys is Cosmic Line Productions. Eli Schwab heads it up. Eli was at OAX. He was hanging out behind the table with all the indie creators, and so there we looked at.
That's Star Rangers. That's the Sapphic Magical Girl comic that I talked about. The artist's name is Kogura. And again, she's an artist in San Antonio.
That was one of the questions I was going to ask you for the manga imprint, if it was going to be American artists only, but it's Malaysia and Texas so far.
Yeah, we actually have, so as we go through it, I can explain it. But yeah, Side Quest is Squire Maguire. He is a Malaysian artist based in Malaysia. I believe Jakarta, but I'm not sure. And then I think below that one, that is an artist, an Asian artist in Houston, quite young, very, very cute. And her art is kind of has the same feeling, very maximalist, really kind of appeals to that decor fashion crowd.
That would be
and Deanna also did the editorial work for this one as well.
Yeah,
that should be a mural in a city. That would be a really cool mural. I hope she's young because she used 4 eyes, lizard emoji. So it makes me feel old.
So this is a manga artist in Iraq, actually, and really? I discovered him through Squire. So both Squire and Ryu have worked together full time as manga assistants. In the past, and that's what they still do for their bread and butter. But CLP will be publishing their original IPs. So this is volume 1 of Behind the White Door. It is a psychological thriller manga. It's amazing. We're just what I found for the people that we're signing on, they're either on my level or better, probably closer to the better situation. So it's making me very humbled in such a good way. It makes me feel like, okay, good. We're kind of doing the good things, I think, in the good work. So.
Maybe Deanna, you can talk a little bit too editorially, and also CLP, from what I understand, it's signed on with Adam Freeman and Prana, and essentially is getting lunar distribution.
Yeah, we have a few upcoming distribution opportunities. We're going to be with Prana. We're also with IPG, and then we have Lunar. So we're really excited for all of those, and we're currently getting all those titles and all that information ready to get put into the catalog, right, Ro? We've been working on that for
we're kind of getting a master class, like kind of hitting the ground running on how to do all the metadata stuff. So
yeah, absolutely. And we're just trying to get all of our titles kind of streamlined editorially, and trying to get some of our folks used to working with editors and more than just self-publishing, working with a team, and it's really a lot of fun.
Huh. Deanna, are you coming to Jacksonville?
I am.
Oh, that's great. Are you?
Yeah.
You're East Coast then?
I'm in Boston. Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad. There's probably a direct flight to Jacksonville. There is. Oh,
absolutely.
Ro, you're Texas, no?
I'm in Austin, Texas for now. We'll see if I stay
the
here.
Vatican City of Texas, just like Orlando is the Vatican City of Florida.
Yeah, it will be my first time in Florida, actually. So I'm really, really excited. Apparently, Deanna's been there already, and so she was telling me that it's really, really great. I'm actually really interested to try lionfish for the first time, because I've heard that there's a lot of lionfish restaurants in the area. So that's kind of the only goal that I've set for myself so far.
I'll have to make a note of that. Put you on the right path.
No, lionfish? It's got to cost.
So they're like an invasive species, I guess, on the Florida coast.
Oh, they're a weed. The weed of the sea.
Yeah. Exactly. We're taking Ro to the beach too.
Yeah, the only way to hunt for them is to actually dive and spear them. And so a lot of the divers will go to one, to keep the population down, but then two, to give the restaurants lionfish meat to sell.
So our friend Josh in Chicago says lionfish is delicious. Josh, go ahead and say it. Does it taste like chicken? What does it taste like? It tastes like the sauce that it comes in. It's got nice texture.
Bro, we might as well get some gator too.
I wouldn't mind trying it. Yeah, but if I don't get the gator, it's fine. But if it's right in front of me, I won't pass up the.
You got to make sure when you get gator bites that you don't get buckshot in. You got to make sure you don't.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there are. I'm not sure if people will be interested. I heard that your show is kind of more geared towards original art stuff, and
no. It's an indie show. With it's got and the OA component it's on us to get the people who like original art there. But they will be there, and if you've got original art to show, they always
So my really good friend Rick Lopez, also with CLP for Cosmicat, he recommended that I take some of my original art with me. But the only original art I have is a past version of Half of the Crown. And I guess the story is that I used to work on Half of the Crown. Only traditionally, until I went to the bathroom for what I thought was only 2 seconds, but came back to one of my toddlers sucking the ink out of one of the pens, and her face was stained for about half a week. And so I felt really, really bad. And that's where I, switched to digital. Now that they're older, I can think about going back. But
that is maybe the most legitimate reason to go digital I've ever heard in my life.
But here's some sample pages that I got from that time.
Okay, 1 second again. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, that's great.
So I think these are the 11 by 17 that you guys were talking about. But yeah, it was supposed to be read like Japanese style.
Do you still?
Right to left.
I don't know what size this was printed at, but I assume it was substantially smaller than the board size. Yeah.
Yeah, I was meaning to print it like regular manga size, but then I had worked on it at this size.
Yeah.
Which, when you scaled it down, the lines became way too thin, which is something that, I learned as I worked on it. But Yeah, so you can see all the whiteout dots on here.
Do you take commissions? Do you draw at shows? Do you mind doing that?
Yeah, so I have admittedly 2 commissions that the commissioners have been patiently waiting for. But I usually try not to open them if I'm a little overwhelmed. I'll admit right now I'm a little overwhelmed, like trying to do things for my comic and then make sure that all the metadata and everything is ready for the distributors for the CL manga side. But if I'm at a show, I'll just say, if people ask, I'll let them know, like, yeah, I'll do commissions, and I'll let them know that, especially if it's a one-day show, and if I don't have time, then I'll just probably mail it to them later. And they get it anywhere from just like a week to 2 months later. But
yeah, we have a whole bunch of folks bringing some original art, I think, right, Ro?
I'm sorry, say that again.
We have a whole bunch of folks who are going to be bringing some of their original art.
Yes, I think that's also in the drive that I sent, if you want to take a look at that.
Really? I only saw those 4 images.
Yes, I sent you another corrected.
I didn't get that one.
My bad. I just sent it like not too long ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be good to also talk about some of the stuff that some other CLP people will be bringing. So
I closed my email like 10 minutes before the show because all I was getting was cancellation emails.
Oh no.
So the people that will be there that I know off the top of my head, Rick Lopez will be there, Morgan Barron, Lemna, and then our new guy for a CL manga, Marshall Kane.
Let me bring this up, this window. She has some good names here.
So yeah, you could do artist by artist in no particular order.
Oh yeah, there are folders. Okay, let's just do this, see what happens. StreamYard 2026. Believe in technology.
Thank you for being flexible. I appreciate it. I just kind of.
By the way, I can't ignore Josh says it's like light catfish. So there's a slogan in there if someone really wants to sell lionfish. So let's start with Adam. Relic Hunter, a new issue I think came out recently.
Yeah, Relic Hunter 2. So I believe these are some pages from that.
I think these are, he's going to have the originals there for sale, I believe.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice.
He's a very cool guy too. I like Adam.
Yeah.
If I don't say that about someone, it doesn't mean I don't like him. That's awesome. Let's keep looking here. John Burkett, of course. Thank you for sending these.
Yeah, John Burkett won't be there, but his work will be there. So this is just kind of samples from his work.
That's awesome. That's solid.
Yeah, really great ink work on this. This is one of my faves.
Oh, wow.
And then Feral will be there with Feral Star 2. So
Awesome.
that will also be new.
I think John set up a Comic Art Live. Marshall King. Marshall's work, I don't know.
Yeah, so he's one of the new people at CL Manga. He's quite young, and Deanna can talk a little bit more about him since she worked really closely, kind of from the ground up for this project.
So Marshall, like Rose said, he's like 20 years old. He lives in North Carolina, and his day job is actually in construction. But then he comes home afterwards, and he just does a ton of manga, and it's amazing. So this book, I believe, is like 14 pages, Ro? Maybe is it more than that?
About 110 pages, yeah.
100 pages of fun.
Every page, fun on every page. Marshall's great. He's such a great visual storyteller, so deliberate, and really has like an awesome eye for design and color.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Street Fighter, and when I first saw the pitch for this, I was like, "Hey, do you watch Street Fighter?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's the vibe I was going for." And I was like, "Oh, that's so great!" So he is doing some live art stuff at Heroes, but maybe we can get him to do the same thing also at the show. So.
He'll be at the CLP booth or in Indie Island, or do you know?
CLP booth probably. Well, no, he said that he got accepted for a table just for the IC3 Jacksonville, so he'll have his own table.
But I believe at Heroes, Marshall will have his own table as well. I don't know if it's in Indie Island. I'm not super sure what everyone's table numbers are yet.
And then
Now, Morgan, did Morgan graduate even from Tennessee? Wasn't he a UT guy?
I don't think yet. I think he's still in school.
Disgusting.
Or else he's coming up on graduation, maybe.
This is nice.
Yeah. He's a very unique hand in inking style, which is awesome.
You can tell who can't afford a scanner too, guys. Buy his art now, help him out.
Listen, it's tough out there, you guys.
Oh, wow.
That's very cool. Morgan's usually at Heroes.
Yeah, Morgan will be with us this year at Heroes. We're going to actually have a whole ton of the team with us at Heroes this year, and we're going to be doing a ton of debuts.
And we already looked at the CLP creators, yes.
Yeah, we actually, this book, I don't know if we've really announced it, but this is called Damu, and this is by Raymar Brunson and Mike Waynes.
From the Wayans brothers.
yes. Mike is a lovely writer. He is the son of Damon Waynes. So we've been working on this book with him, and it's so much fun. Really great team, and just a very fun story.
Raymar, I think, was announced to be rep by Panel Punk out of Chicago too. I think so. You can go look at Panel Punk. They have a booth in Comic Art Live, but they obviously have a website. You can look at a bunch of Raymar's art.
Yeah, Raymar is a star. We love him.
We'll also be having
super young guy.
Yes. Yeah. We'll also be having his Ghostman 3 with us.
Yeah, Ghostman 3 is going to be coming out. We're doing a whole release, kind of like a semi-annual release of each of the batches of books. So we'll have some for Heroes, and then for IC3 Providence, we'll have a new batch of books coming out. So we're super excited for all of these new titles.
And Rick is the man that I see everywhere. The guy's got so much hustle.
He's everywhere. Yeah. He is the king of hustle in my eyes. There are times that, because, you see both of us boothing together pretty often. There are times where my social battery just kind of depletes, and he'll notice right away, just pick up on it, and he'll start pitching for me because he's heard my pitches over and over. And he remembered them by heart. And I'm just like, no, dude, you don't have to do that. And he just kind of...
Rick's a killer.
This is the calmest page I've ever seen Rick draw.
I know. It's so great to see him do something a little bit chill. I love it. I think it's a departure for Rick. I'm really loving this new environment. Big fan.
Yeah, it's called Wandering Star.
No, every now and then I meet people that are I think being John Malkovich, what it would be like being Rick Lopez, or people like that, and it just scared the hell out of me. So that page surprised me a little. Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, I see that.
Sean Luke, I don't know Sean's work. Whoa.
Yeah, Sean.
When you're in for a treat.
Yeah, Sean is so great. He does Karate Ninja, which is, I don't know how to describe it. Ro, how would you describe it?
It's very much a love letter to the 80s babies and everything. If you're kind of into that, what we really love about Sean Luke's work is that his attention to detail is unmatched, I think, within CLP. He puts a lot of time. Yeah, he's very, very careful. And it's funny because I've given him some shikishi boards to draw on too. And I almost feel like, the paper kind of, if possible, the shikishi kind of enhanced his work even more. So the fact that he's getting these fine lines and details on non-shikishi paper is pretty amazing in my opinion. So
I've never heard of this. Is excellent work.
Kasra, you're gonna have to pick up a copy of Karate Ninja at IC3 then. We'll have all of them. So no time like the present.
I get scared sometimes when people draw so detailed, because there usually is a drift between that and the anatomical features on the face, particularly the figures, and they completely hold up here.
Yeah.
So, really good artist.
Yeah.
He's very consistent. And he just puts in so much detail. His continuity is also completely unmatched. I've never worked with anybody who is as meticulous in that way.
Yeah. And just earlier, I was telling Deanna, at conventions, he's very much a I don't know if he'd be happy about me saying this. He's very much calm dad. He likes to. He's
Love
very
that.
sweet. Yeah, and he takes care of everyone. Just a really great guy.
Everyone was saying nice things, but I couldn't do two things at once. Thanks, chat. Thank you, guys. So again, I might be confused here. You might have already said this. I don't know, but when I'm looking at all these names, who's going to be at Heroes? Raymar's usually there. Rick's there. Morgan's there, right?
Yeah. So Rick, Morgan, Adam, and Marshall. So Rick
Adam
Lopez.
too.
That's for IC3, but at Heroes, we're gonna have, I think, like.
Oh wait, that's IC3. They're all coming because I only know about
All
a few.
four of those are coming. So Rick
Yeah.
Lopez, Morgan is coming, Adam Lemna, and Marshall Kane.
Marshall, I don't remember his.
The Super Fighter Boy manga, the one that.
Yeah,
kinda
no,
looks
I
like
didn't
Street Fighter.
remember his application. I got Rick's application. I remember Adam's application. I just didn't remember Marshall's. Okay, great. I'll go double check. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
And Morgan's, I remember too. Yeah. Guys, we could keep talking, but there are people waiting, and they're the nicest people in the world. I'm just saying that. No, they really are. But is there anything else you want to say before we bid you adieu?
Yeah. So at IC3, we aren't doing like really formal portfolio reviews. I don't know if you guys have seen at Heroes, we have signups for portfolio reviews because that's such a busy show. So we kind of got to schedule those so we can pin everybody down. But for IC3, we are going to offer more kind of casual ones. So if you see us, please bring your portfolios and please come over and talk to us. And we're so excited to see you guys there.
Well, that's cool. That'd be great. We won't advertise it, but like, if you don't mind, if there's a few artists that I think are distinguished, I'm going to walk them over.
Yeah,
You know,
please
that
do.
kind of- yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
sure. And everybody watching, please come over, say hi. Don't be shy. Come introduce yourselves. We love to see what everyone's working on as indie artists and as publishers. We want to see it all. So please come over and say hi.
And plan for Friday night. The drink and draw is going to be a good one.
Oh yeah, I was so excited when we were
Okay.
talking about that
The
earlier.
exhibitor info is going out. I swear to God, with a May date on it. You'll get it. You'll get it soon. But just make sure you don't. If you're planning on your trip, make sure you're there Friday night, please.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. We're
Thank
so
you
excited.
much.
Thanks for
And
coming on,
Looking
guys.
forward to
You
it.
know, excited to meet you, Michael
Nice
and Denny.
meeting you. Yeah.
Bye. Thanks
Nice
for
to
having
meet
us,
you too.
guys.
See you.
Bye bye. We'll get.
Now I'm gonna. Can I apologize to you for a second? Can I bring in one other gentleman and then bring your group in? I know you really can't say no, right? Okay, thank you. I actually pushed his button by accident. So I made up something. Now the problem with this guy is he's a New Yorker.
Hey, Dean.
He can talk. Okay, he can talk. Dino, how are you, brother?
Hey, how are you doing? Sorry I'm late. I said I would try to hop in around 4. I was actually at a birthday over in Brooklyn Bridge Park for Glenn Head. Do you know Glenn Head? Fantagraphics has been publishing him lately. Old school indie cartoonists from back in the day. Glenn Head.
I think I saw a photo of the two of you together.
Yeah, it might be the same photo that we just took right now from a year ago because I see him like once a year, even though he lives in the neighborhood. And also, I got to meet Liz Kurtzman, one of Harvey Kurtzman's daughters, and we were just talking
cool.
about a whole bunch of stuff. It was really, really cool. So,
I'm gonna
yeah, I
put
was just out and about in the beautiful. I don't know what it's like over there, but it's almost like summer here in New York right now. It's
For
crazy.
how long? For like a
Yeah, exactly. Like tomorrow's
Till
snow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Dean,
So,
this is Michael and Denny run First Coast Comic Con. You know who we're working with to put the joint
Hey
show.
guys.
I don't know if
Hey,
you
Dean.
guys
I think we were introduced to
Hello,
OBS.
heroes. I mean, OAX.
Mhm.
And yeah, we're did we meet outside of the auction
Yeah,
maybe?
auction. Yes.
I remember
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
I was a little nervous about that because I don't sell my original art as
everything's
knows.
changed. Everything's changed. Dean he's chugging out these $100 pieces now. You got any
It's
handy?
crazy.
You guys don't have anything near you at all?
I don't have. I'm at home right now. I mean, at my
Okay.
studio, I might have a couple things. But yeah, no. I suddenly was like, I got hit with unexpected unexpected expenses. A crown, 4 teeth come out of my cat's mouth for $2,500, and then 4 new tires for a car after hitting a pothole. So like I had $6,000 in bills. The way a freelancer usually lives, I believe, is that you pay check to check, month to month, and you try to make that nut, right? Real life is when other things happen, and you got to pay for that too. You know?
Totally.
Yeah.
It always comes in threes. So crowns, cats,
Absolutely.
and cars. Yeah.
That's crowns, cats, and cars, man. That's the name of that Harvey P. Carr comic. Speaking of Harvey P. Carr, we just celebrated the 50th anniversary of American Splendor _1. Came out, I believe, May 13th, 1976. How about that? You know? And then Jack Kirby Way, I was in front of his door, his childhood door, on Monday with a who's who of cartoonists. You know, veteran to
And
rookie.
industry personalities.
And this guy right over here. That's right. I think I almost saw Kasra cry a few times. I'm not sure.
That was
It's possible.
That was very cool. There was something very moving about that that street naming, because there's such a permanence to it. I think it really affected a lot of people. You know, we put the awards on. Dino was on the voting committee the first year. That was a great celebration and honoring like the spirit, the soul, the makeup of the man. But the street signing thing, it was really something different.
Yep. And you got to go to you were at the Society of Illustrators later.
Yeah.
As well. You know.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to meet Frank Miller. I have never been able to talk to him before. That was very cool.
And he was with Larry Hama, and then there was I don't know if you saw Al Milgrom and Carl Potts was there, and you know Larry Lieber,
Karen
Berger.
I didn't know she was there. She's one of my heroes. I had no idea.
One of mine too. I mean, she advocated. I drew 3 graphic novels for her. You know, so no, that was incredible. And I, you know, whenever I'm in rooms like that, I feel like I'm so not worthy. But I also know at the same time, I put in some of the work, you know. But also, I love Jack Kirby. I honor him. He is my biggest influence, you know. So I'm fine. I think I'm allowed in the door. I'm allowed at the barbecue, you know, kind of a thing. So,
Definitely.
But I'm looking forward to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville,
you know?
July 11th, July 10th, Friday. There's a drink and draw that night. There's an after party on the 11th. You got family down here. That's all great. But what are you bringing? You bringing a bunch of books and possibly some art?
Well, definitely bringing this bad baby right here, Antimatter #1.
Let's make your screen bigger. Here, go ahead.
Thank you very much. And it features all my personal pantheon of protagonists, and then we got COVID Cop Insurrection, which is in here. And you know what's funny about this comic?
Nice.
Things like this page, and I assume I can show this on something as simple as that, okay? Which was when I did the campaign at Kickstarter.
Oh, that's a problem now.
Yeah.
Now would be a problem to show that, and even that I put a little censorship on like her on the butt, you know, which again is just a butt. Nothing's really happening, right? And there are other like mature adult stuff in here, but I'm wondering what's going on at Kickstarter, which I think is arguably, if not the 3rd biggest publisher of comics, maybe the biggest publisher of comics, right? And now Stripe, sorry to make it all about, it's not politics, but about business, but we are talking business. And apparently it's because Stripe is applying some kind of puritanical policies they're the processor, you know.
That was the surprise of the whole article, that it was based on Stripe. Yeah. And I published books in the past offshore, China, Hong Kong, and at some point as well, they really imposed some pretty strict rules related to the same subject matter as well. But a payment platform dictating that content and it being so sort of loosey-goosey after all of these years, what does that?
Where's that coming from? And apparently it might be an Elon Musk thing or something. I haven't done the homework, but there's something going on with the people who are above it. In fact, I know some people who do paywall content on Patreon, where, you know, you got to subscribe as an adult. You get behind the paywall and you can read the dirty stuff, right? They're being asked to take down their content from behind the paywall.
First off, I wouldn't mind all of his shirtless photos being whitewashed from the internet. Forgive me for body shaming, but it's not just the body, it's the color of the skin. It's so fucking pale, it's translucent. And the guy sticks his dick into everything, and he's the one with the problem. Anyway, let's get off the rails.
That's right. We're just going off the rails here, man. You know? Hey, listen, I just met Hannah Einbinder, who from Hacks yesterday, and she gets naked on TV, and, you know, she's promoting anti-body shame. You know, come on now, everybody. Listen, we're cartoonists. We can't body shame each other. Not we can, but we shouldn't. All right, guys, come on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Love the body. Okay.
So, Dean, you're coming down. Thank you for coming down. New York, good thing. You know, New York, Jacksonville, direct flight, super easy. These guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then I'm gonna probably go to Flagler Beach to see my mom, and then fly from Daytona, which is the tiniest airport, and it's awesome because it's only like 6 planes fly a day or something.
He's got a good friend, James. God bless him. Told me he's picking you up. He's chauffeuring you around.
James Green of DCAS. There's gonna be a little bit of a love happening between, you know, IC3.
Yeah,
all you guys. There's like 10 of you. Yeah.
It's not going to be like as much as that splash you just showed us, but it's still some decent love going on.
Oh, there's sexier stuff in this book than what I'm showing, but I don't want to get you guys in trouble because I don't know if Stripe's involved with YouTube or something these days. You know, who knows? You know, yeah. But I'm going there to hawk my wares because it is an independent comic show, and thanks to Kasra, I'm now probably going to bring some 9x12 pieces of art to sell. And I'm still doing my down and dirty cheap cardboard drawings for $100, you know. And honestly, if you have a little piece of paper, I forget who was floating around with those. I could do a little $20 headshot.
Yeah, we could bring some sketch cards and stuff too.
Sketch cards.
I don't know what kind of Kirby fan has never. I still haven't seen a MODOK.
Oh, I owe you a MODOK.
Oh, there you go.
See,
that's how easy it is.
I know how to play.
All you gotta do is ask.
I know how to get a flight to Jacksonville.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for jumping on, man. I know you had other stuff. Thank you for
Thanks,
that.
man.
And
I'll see you guys there.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you soon. Take care.
Remove. And I'm so sorry to keep them waiting. And we got one more. But we got Sam from the Artist Bullpen and Kayla.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Who everyone met at OAX, and then Keith, who's Invisible Man.
He did.
Awesome. Hi guys.
How's it going?
Hey, thanks for having us.
So, Artist Bullpen, like, just stepped up out of nowhere and brought forth crazy amount of talent for the Jacksonville show. We've got Taylor, we got Raphael Dante, and Keith. Hi, Keith.
Hey there.
And Keith, where can I ask where you're located? It helps me remember more when I geographically, spatially triangulate people.
Yeah, I'm up in Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh, Columbia. Okay.
Yeah, not Columbia.
That Columbia.
Well, that means you could drive in from Jacksonville. That can't be too bad, right?
Yeah. I was actually just talking to my wife about how we wanted to do it. I'm planning to just drive in that morning.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Denny, Michael.
Hey,
Hi.
nice to meet you.
Denny, Michael, did you meet Sam and Kayla at OAX?
Kayla for sure.
We met Kayla.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we met Sam also. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was running around.
3 intense days of meeting a lot of people.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, and not too much. No one got sick as far as I know. But Artist Bullpen IG is coming into the chat. And Sam, could you give us a little thumbnail thing on Artist Bullpen? Who you guys are, what you do?
Yeah, so my business partner, Zach, who's not here, and we started the Artist Bullpen 3 years ago. All from a love of comic books, comic book art, and working with artists in the past ourselves with other art reps. So we cooked up the Artist Bullpen, and then Kayla's our creative director. So a lot of the branding and the look is all her. And then we just started recruiting artists from there and going to a bunch of shows. And we were at OAX 3 months ago? I forgot, we're already in May.
The wrong guy, for sure.
Yeah. yeah, so yeah, doing all the normal stuff, appearances at shows, original art. One big thing we kicked off this year was manga. Starting to get into direct art sales in the manga world. So yeah, we got some fun projects cooking up as well for this year. So
IG links are in the chat, guys, for Artist Bullpen, for Kayla, for Keith.
Thanks.
I can find Raphael's and Vanessa's. Everyone's already following Vanessa and Kayla anyway.
Yeah.
But Kayla, I remember last time, maybe I missed it. Weren't you coming out with an art book? Did you come out at that at OAX already? Did I miss it?
Yeah. It was basically just a compilation of the commissions that I've done from like 2019 on, or at least like the stuff I could get scans of, and I actually like got back from people. That was part of Cadence Gate. I missed out on a lot of scans and had to actually go on Comic Art Fans and like hit people up for like a couple weeks of just like, hey, I never got a scan of this. Would you mind sending me? And a lot of people were super nice and understanding and sent stuff right away. So
I've never heard it called that, but
that's what I've coined
called.
it. After these years, this is just that's what I've deemed it.
Cadence Gate. So the book is out. I just missed it at OAX. You'll have it until then. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Cool.
I'll have that, and I have 2 other little collections of just covers that I've done the last few years. So I'll be bringing those too. It's kind of my like usual playlist of like stuff to bring with me.
And Keith too. I don't know that I've ever physically seen your art in person. I probably, again, at OAX I didn't get to see anything, but
I wasn't at OAX.
I understand that Artist Bullpen.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I
we had
forget.
some stuff there. Yeah,
I wasn't there.
Yeah. But can you tell us, like, do you draw at shows? Do you have original art to sell? Or the crowd here obviously is very art hungry.
Yeah. No, yeah, I do commissions at shows, and the bulk of the stuff I have is original art. Like Sam can tell you, that's where I generally generate most of my income. So I'll have like 2 or 3 prints, little things, and then everything else is original art displayed. So yeah, I will have a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm looking through IG now. Yeah, C2E2 set up. You got art all around you. So you draw at the shows then, of course, too. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it'll just like with anybody, it'll be better if I can take it home. So I try to, like, if you're cool with it, I'll just take it home and mail it. I don't charge any extra for mailing, but yeah, the stuff that ends up getting done at shows is like the sketch covers for some reason. Those always, like, if I get a sketch cover, I just do it then. But yeah, and then I recently started just having fun. Not inking stuff, just like I was just having fun because I was at a different show and somebody asked me if I would pencil something, and I don't do that. I always you always finish it out. And there was something very fun about it, and I was like, well, I think I should keep doing this. I think this just add this as an opportunity that somebody could come up and ask for something that's just penciled or just charcoal.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit more fun for me because it's a little bit more loosey goosey. I can be a little faster, more expressive with it. So
that's part of what you're offering, Sam and Keith, for Heroes. You're doing some pre commissions for Heroes. It says some the lower rate. So if you can't make it to Jacksonville, I'm sure we'll see you at Heroes. People out there, come to both, of course. Kayla, who's going to Heroes from Artist Bullpen?
A lot of us.
Remember there's a big island left.
Yeah. It'll be, I think, me, Keith, Vanessa, I think Brian Level, Tommy Lee and Jared, who were there last year, Jesse, Emily Ann, and Jackie.
Wow.
So we have like
and Ricardo Lopez.
And Ricardo
Ortiz.
Lopez. Yes. I forgot who confirmed. My bad. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of us. It's also going to be the original manga art as well. And as per usual, we'll have a table with like originals and like other merch that maybe for the people that aren't, at Heroes, we can still sell their stuff and share it with everyone. And if you want to come by, and also, I think last year we were just like, let us know by a certain date if an artist isn't coming, so we can bring their stuff to the show. Just since we're driving up, just in case.
So you don't see this comment very often. Just getting excited to go to Florida again. Thanks, Newell. That's very kind of you. A lot of people are like, "Oh, this will be my first time that I ever go to Florida." They're talking about it like, they're going to some. But what's the nuclear reactor in Russia? It's like the first time I'm going to
Chernobyl.
Oh, the cats have recovered 4 generations on.
Oh my God!
Come on. So, Sam, I don't know if you guys, do you have any, do you normally do like pre-show commissions, like for Jacksonville? Are you thinking about putting the word out so that we could certainly promote it and amplify it? You think that's going to happen?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, if the artists, like Keith, Caleb, Raphael, and Vanessa, if they're up for it, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah, please let us know. I mean, I haven't asked anybody about that. That's why it's a sort of a weird segue question to ask. But that would be awesome if somebody starts taking pre-show commissions.
Yeah, we started like for Heroes. Heroes is in a month, so we started last week putting out those commission lists. So yeah, it would probably be a month out from the shows. We'll start.
Yeah, I'm starting.
It'll probably be right after Heroes. We'll start.
Yeah,
like a week or so afterwards. But yeah, I'm sure we'll offer commissions.
Well, yeah, please. We'll remind everyone by email or tell them there's a drink and draw event Friday night that should be a lot of fun. It really should be. You can come up for it. And then there's an after party on a really lovely rooftop deck in the arts part of Jacksonville. What's it called? 5 Points, guys?
5 Points.
Yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, little 5 Points in Atlanta, 5 Points in Jacksonville. Right.
And this is the first year you guys do the Jacksonville show, correct?
Well, no, First Coast Comic Con. How many? You guys have been running for 3 years, I think, right?
This is our third year in its current iteration. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, cool.
But this Duval Hall, this fairground is completely brand new, and obviously the two of us, IC3 and FC3, working together first time. So lots of firsts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Last year we reached capacity at our previous venue, and just the day after was like, we got to find a bigger place. It was just
okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No problem.
So, and then it just everything came together, working with the IC3 team, and yeah, we're super excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
IC3 team. I love that you say team. Like there's 40 of us.
Well, you got a mouse in your pocket.
Thank you, brother. That's a great pickup line. Yeah.
What is the capacity for the new venue?
We don't know. We didn't ask the fire marshal. It was 40,000 square foot of just showroom.
As many people as we can get in there. That's the
Fair.
I mean, they gave us a number. Denny, we know that number. Don't say that number out loud because it's the most BS number I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's really low ball.
There's no reason 2,500, 3,000 people probably can be in there at any given time, which is a lot over 8 hours, obviously. Yeah. But we're hoping for 4,000 unique attendees this first year together. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been able to almost double attendance year over year. So I think just this expansion is just going to blow what previous numbers we had out of the water.
Yeah, and most of the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds are spending most of the money at the concession stand too. So we're hoping to have some people that spend money on art too, so we get a higher unit cost or unit spend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the NBA terms suck, but some art collectors there, right?
Yeah.
That would be that's the big thing that we're trying to do, and we've got some hopes to make it a 2-day show next year and a really sort of a really reliable regional show that draws in like national and international talent, maybe get it up to 8,000 or 10,000 or 12,000 one day right here in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah. We're going to try.
Okay.
Guys, anything else? Anything come to your mind? Any questions, concerns, complaints?
I did share. I wasn't able to, for some reason, I can't join the chat. I did give you the Instagram links for Raphael and Vanessa
Oh, great. I'll post them. Thank you.
I was just going to drop those in because they're also going to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, very much looking forward to this show. And since we have a lot of indie creators and on our roster, and that's probably not going to change, is we have some folks in the pipeline that we're going to announce this year. Looking to do more of these shows in the future, especially as partners. And very excited for more indie shows. The big comic conventions, I mean, they're fun. They have their space, but they, in the past, especially since post-COVID, but even before COVID, they were getting very overwhelming in terms of attending as artists, and creators, and all that. So
yeah, it's a lot.
The children always.
That's one thing we're trying to do is circumvent all the, just the, high traffic, just the high anxiety, just bring something much more intimate and engaging for not only the creators but also the attendees.
Yeah. That's why I'm very much looking forward to Heroes. I always love going to Heroes because it's just it feels like a true blue comic convention, So,
yeah, absolutely.
It's like summer camp, honestly.
And that was kind of one of our totally. This is one of our drivers too. Is modeling our show the way we have. Is you have to wait around for 12 months for Heroes to circle back around.
Yeah,
there's opportunity to do it more than once in a year. Not to say that we're heroes, but just try to
It's a good show to try to mirror.
For sure.
Yeah, it's obviously the model we're going after. So.
Had you, I don't know if we had asked this during the town hall that you guys had recently, but was there ever an opportunity to do other indie shows in another part of Florida at all? I feel like we had talked about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at Tampa area because I already have a location that I love there, and Emerald City Comics is there. Jimmy Palmiotti has his office there. Jimmy and Amanda are there. We have some really good help on the ground there. Stephanie Phillips lives there at least half the time, I think. But Tampa's got just a great facility for an indie show. And then Denny, Michael, and I are looking at another sort of southeast undisclosed city because we will be politically run over if we say the city name. And then I like to go up the East Coast. There's a city in North Carolina. There's a location in Virginia. I like Philly. So it's going to be a little bit East Coast heavy over time. I'm going to try to do one in Chicago, definitely Columbus, Ohio, and then possibly San Jose, California.
I was just thinking of both of those. I mean, not to talk about the other shows, but like at least the GalaxyCon Columbus show that I've been to, they have a good crowd, and it's like they also I think have like another like toy collectors show there. Like they do have like a nice, pretty loyal like comic scene there. Like people that like going to shows to like support their artists,
Columbus is the no-brainer, absolutely. The Billy Ireland is there, and GalaxyCon show even in December last year when it was like minus 14, I was there.
People show up.
It's their second or third highest. I think Mike Broder said they get 105 or 110,000 people over the weekend.
Yeah, I've done this show twice, and both years it's had a pretty good attendance and a lot of repeat customers as well.
Yeah, and they're going
for it.
They're going to make a little bit more. I don't mean to denigrate them, but these are their words. They're going to put more effort into their artist Sally as well. So I have been talking to them quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just caught up with their talent, like kind of organizer. The other day, just because we were back in Miami and just stopped by and said hi. But the Columbus show's great, and San Jose was fine when I did the show out there. So hopefully, it seems like they want a show there. I just don't think that they know that they even happen in that town. So I think talking to some of the local comic shops, like Sam and I had gone to some of the local shops in San Jose that had like some really cool stuff. So I don't know. It's just working with them a little bit.
I think that they're going to do Anaheim. They're going to do Anaheim as well. Yeah,
I heard something about that. I don't remember.
and it might be delayed, but the San Jose show, believe it or not, is our most attended show. It's 110,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe the venue or the layout or how spread out. I'm not sure what. I don't know how well the vendors do. I haven't been to that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why not?
I'm glad you know them and talk to them. I like them. I've been talking to them for 2 years. I really do like them.
Okay. Yeah. That's good to know. And hopefully you'll keep us all in mind for other shows. Selfishly.
Of course. Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you. Our
Take that thumbs down.
Completely get that for Jacksonville. I really, really, honest to God, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Vanessa's a surprise. Hopefully, I guess she may be local soonish. Raphael was a total unknown surprise. Keith, thank you. Thank you. I'm South Carolina. It's pretty convenient, but thank you. That's still a drive and away at time from the family. So thank you very much.
Oh, I'm bringing her.
Awesome. I like that tone.
She's coming. Whole season.
Oh my. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you. We'll see you. We'll see you at Heroes. Right.
Yep.
Awesome. See you then.
Thanks, Kasra.
Looking forward to it.
Michael and Denny.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's see. Remove, and
Austin.
I didn't even add
What's
it.
up?
Who added
Oh,
it?
man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you, Dan. This is,
Oh,
believe
no,
it
I
or
can't
not,
hear you.
Dan, we have 3
I
minutes
can't hear
left.
you, Kasra. Oh no.
Really? Dan, I'm going to get rid of you. How about now? Does it work now? Edit mic settings, echo cancellation. Oh, he's going to come back.
Yeah.
That was Dan Goodwin.
Dan's, is he Central Florida?
Yeah, he's up in near Umatilla. He's in Mount Dora.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Who's adding him?
Hey, I can hear you.
Is there like a producer back there that I don't know? Okay. We can hear you, Dan?
Gremlins in the system.
Oh, I reloaded the page, so
That's perfect. Thank you. Who are you? What's your name? Why are you here?
hey, I'm Dan Goodwin. I'm a art collector, and I also create comic books. And I got a bunch of them. And IC3 in Jacksonville is going to be my very first show. I'm excited
Fantastic.
and nervous. But yeah, awesome.
Dan did send some images along. We can start with that.
Well, hold on. Don't show. I got some exclusive drops, Kasra. So
All right, let's do it. What do you want me to show you? You dance. You lead the dance. Believe me,
yeah.
I'm
So
tired.
first of all, I've got 8 issues of my comic
Okay,
Sundays.
we're going screen. We got to go screen here, large screen. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got I've been pumping these out since COVID. That's when I started. I used to make comics way back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So bringing all my books. I'm bringing some sketch cards. I'm bringing some original art, and I've got 2 exclusive books that I'm dropping at IC3. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So the first one is this Teleporter, which the very first 2 issues of my book were more anthology style, and this kind of goes back to that. And just real quick, I wanted to shout out because Next Comic Art is such a big part of the CAF community. They did all the pinups in this book. We got Ruvel, Dexter, JP, Don, and Mannix on the back cover. So I'm very excited about dropping that. And also, I'm dropping a brand new issue. So Ro was talking about this earlier, that she was like, do I need to bring original art? I was so scared because all these were done digitally. So I was like, well, I got to do some traditional art to bring to this show. So I did a new book, and it's dropping at the show along with this one. And I'll have the original artwork, and I'm very excited.
So, should I bring up some of these images you
Sure.
sent?
Yeah,
And
we better look at them.
in the meantime, Dan's IG is there in the chat. If you don't follow Doghouse 059.
Yeah, and while you're bringing those up, Michael, we met in Ocala. I don't know if you remember.
We did.
I was
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
The tall guy.
Yeah.
I was like, there's not many people. I'm 6'2". There's not too many people that are taller than me or as tall.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you there, and I can't wait to see you.
Same.
And it'd be nice to meet you, Denny.
Nice. Yeah, it'll be great to see you too.
Boom. These are the comics you just showed?
Yep, that's all my existing issues 1 through 8. These aren't variant covers. That's all different issues. So that's the story so far. And so I'll be bringing that. And
just say next issue, next image.
Next image.
Teleporter.
And yeah, there's the teleporter I already saw. Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing my merch too. So
very nice,
like Jamie. So,
like
so let's go. And yeah, that's the one with the next comic art, doing a lot of pinups and back to my anthology style. And then you can go to the next slide. It's just an example of my sketch cards. I'm just getting into sketch cards. I appreciate that, but I feel like I got a lot of work to do on those, but I'm still going to offer them at a very low price. And Kasra, it'd be nice if I can, if there was a form on the site so I can get some pre-commission orders. I would love to be able to do that and bring some stuff.
I don't think it's so much extra work for us. I'm not sure that we're going to do that, but I think that we'll do newsletters and direct people to email the artists directly if they're doing.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, so that they can manage the process and the payments and all of that. In the future, Dan, when we have our feet under us a little bit more with the shows, I think we're going to formalize it a little bit more.
Yeah, I know you guys are growing.
Overloaded.
Things out.
Overloaded.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go to the next. Well, actually, just skip to the last 3. So yeah. Hold on. You can go back because I showed the black and white. Go back one. Yep, that's the colors for the cover, and I got to shout out my colorist, Giovanna Plata. I'll have 10 issues at the show. She's colored 7 of them. The other 2 are black and white. Giovanna is just a great colorist and a big part of my book.
Huge. Your art is so dense, and there's some.
It is.
Everything is delineated, if that's the word. Everything is really clear.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And then you can just kind of scroll through the next 3. The next 3 are just examples of the inside of this book, the original art that I'm bringing of this book. Double page spread.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the inside front cover, page 1. So it starts on the inside front cover. There is no time to waste. We're getting into action right away.
You're a monster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's been really fun. I was scared to show up there without having original art. So yeah, so I tried my best to.
That's funny. You're the second person that said that on the show. No one's ever said that to me before. And IC3, we would like people who have art to bring their art. It's really all it is, right? We would like more indie creator art in front of the CAF community, and for people to buy a lot of stuff that they're connecting with, and possibly at really reasonable prices compared to what they're accustomed to, while helping an indie creator. Boom, 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 boom. Right? But not a requirement, Dan. But it forced. If it made you do some traditional work, I love the confusion.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of torn. I'm my biggest fan, so I don't want to sell it. As you can see,
kidding.
As I said, I'm a collector.
That's great.
So. But I feel like I have to, so we'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll.
You know how that works. You just put like $3,000 each on it, right?
Well, yeah. I was thinking, okay, I'll sell the whole issue. Let's try that approach.
Oh, the whole issue, but that's a great idea. That is a great idea.
Hey, Dan, but here you know where you can get more, right?
I do, yeah. And there's more coming.
Problem solved.
Because since I set that iPad down and did this issue, I have no desire to go back to digital. So yeah, there's definitely more coming.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I'm so excited, man. Thank you guys for putting this together. I'm really, like I said, it's my first show, so man, I'm super excited.
Cool. We're excited to be your first.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's with Michael? What's with the? Damn, guy's got
what's that?
Lines. He's got the lines. So follow Dan on IG. You post there pretty often. I know you're posting a lot of process stuff too for Warp Dragons. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I like to try to post every day. It kind of keeps me honest and working. So I like to try to have something every day. But I just finished this book, so I am taking a little bit of a break. But
So I don't remember. Is Warp Dragons an ongoing or is just a one shot?
it's a spin-off of my Sundays in
It
Space
is.
comic. Yeah, it's one of the characters from my main story going to help some other characters in their time of need, and it doesn't have a happy ending. But he tried.
That's Michael's line. Yeah. Thanks,
So
Matt.
before I get it out.
The art looks great. There was just, I don't know what I expected, but like between the digital to traditional, I expected some like fidelity, some finesse drop off, and it was identical. So you know you're very comfortable with the tools. Yeah.
Mhm.
I disagree.
And I know you now, but you know I'm not blowing smoke. The first time I saw your artwork, I think was in the chat, like in an Ink Pulp show like 2 years ago. I'm like, who is that motherfucker? That guy's fucking amazing. I didn't know who you were. I didn't know you lived in Florida. I didn't know you were a psychopath. And I had to say,
yeah, that was one of the coolest days of my life because I had started since I started drawing I had started watching things like Cartoonist Kayfabe and the comic art fans shows the Dueling Dealers and the Thursday shows. So I knew you and for you to pop in there and say, oh, I need this guy's Instagram, that made me feel really good. And I really appreciate everything you do for artists.
Thank you. And but thank you. Your work was completely stood out. Yeah, you may like your art, and that's awesome to hear because most people are like, get that shit away from you. You're phenomenally good. Now, I like to read the book and maybe go over it with you if you want to discuss it because you're writing your own books as well, yeah?
Right. I do everything but the colors.
But the coloring. Very cool for the next people to get involved too. Those guys are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. And Teleporter. Teleporter is the one with Next Comic Art. But in Warp Dragons, I didn't because I was trying to get it done so quick. I didn't leave space for a lot of room for pinups. But Jason Krager from TD Art is doing the back cover. And
he's awesome.
I make a big deal out of the back cover. There's the Mannix one.
Wait, slow down, man. You're way too fast.
I know, right?
That's a popular graffiti artist. We got Jim LaFou and Harold George, Diego Torre. So I hate variant covers.
Go back to Mannix. Can you see the Mannix again?
Yeah.
This guy told him to slow down and he sped up.
I don't like variant covers.
Yeah.
Sorry for those.
Bring him back a little bit closer to you. So thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. Okay. Those are great.
Yeah. I don't like variant covers, so I do try to make a big deal out of the back cover, like special guests, and I believe the interior artist deserves the cover. So, you can see there's JP doing a pinup.
Guys, look at how man. Was that fast forward? What was that?
Wow. Hey, if you want the real stuff, you got to get on.
Programmers are not normal. Okay, say again, Dan.
If you want the real stuff, the slow stuff, go to my Instagram.
Amazing. Gotcha. Amazing, and amazing that this is your first show. That is, I know that you were nervous, and I'm so happy you're doing it. And you're gonna be surrounded by friends anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So when I need to cry or when you need to cry, let's find one another.
I remember you were trying to get me to go up to the last show up in Rhode Island, and I told you how nervous I was, and you were like, "I will sit at the table with you for the first few hours."
Yeah, I knew you'd say no. It was practice for Jacksonville.
Well, actually, I was thinking about it, but I had a work thing I had to do. But yeah, so I really appreciate your support and helping me break out of my shell. So.
Yeah, you don't really need that much help. You're gonna be scary after you do one show. You're gonna be doing like 10 shows a year.
We'll go get enough of it.
Yeah.
Well, if I can get away from working full time and draw and instead drawing full time, Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, we're gonna have 100+ indie creators there. We're gonna have Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda and Pat Broderick and Greg Glenn and Chris Campagna and guys.
The Pat Broderick right there.
I didn't want to mention Pat. I can't promote lung cancer on the show. You'll have several smoking buddies in Jacksonville for sure, and you are going to come up, Dan, for the.
Well,
Friday,
you're one of those too.
The Friday drink and draw, right?
Friday, yeah, I'll be there Friday. And I'll probably leave Sunday. But I got a question: what hotel is everybody staying in? Because I remember the stories from Rhode Island where everybody hangs out at the hotel bar. I want to know where the party's going to be at for that.
There are 4 hotels. They're all congregated together, and the delay is me trying to get a better rate, and it's basically probably something on Denny and Michael's list for next week. It's on mine too. We'll have everything out by the end of May, along with the rates. But there's 4 hotels literally right on top of one another in a quiet little cul-de-sac that ends with a not a Pottery Barn. What's it called?
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. And got a strip mall with some tacos and drinks and stuff
and wings.
But we got an amazing. Let me show it. Can we show the location for the drink and draw? We got a video here to show. Okay. So let's show this, and we'll end it with that. We'll end it with anyone who stayed this long deserves to know about the parties.
So, do I need to bring paper to the drink and draw, or
do you need a what?
Bring paper? I'll have pencils and pens, but what about paper?
Yeah, man, we're not. Well, I'll probably print some stuff, sketch cards and things. So, but you should probably, as a backup.
Like I said, this is my first time, so.
I got you. Michael,
hooked up.
There you go. Here's just the info real quick. So we got the after party on this rooftop deck at Hoptingers. This is a place Denny and Michael took me to first time I drove up to Jacksonville to meet up. It's an incredible gastropub, I think, with like a ridiculous beer selection.
Yeah, it's like a beer garden, like a German gastropub type deal.
Yeah, and the food is great. And Rooftops open at least till 2 on their website. They just announced UFC. Conor McGregor is fighting that night against Max Holloway, so that's gonna be
wow.
I'm gonna call them and see if they got Paramount Plus. The drink and draw is at this Kickbacks place, which is not really describable on Friday. So let me get rid of this. And then show the video, and we'll end it there unless someone's got something to talk about. So I only have the video for the drink and draw. There it is. Guys, you good? Outside of this video? Okay. Thanks for coming on, Dan, obviously, but especially Michael, Denny, on a Sunday for a few hours.
Yeah,
we could cover a lot of ground. So sharing screen now, and we've got the. Now again, this is for the drink and draw Friday night. Starts at 8 o'clock, right, guys?
Yes.
8 o'clock.
And the owner told us that by the time July 11th rolls around, they're going to be a 24/7 bar, including with food.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Well, they're almost there now anyway. They're only a couple hours a day when they're not open.
That's crazy. So this is from the outside sidewalk. Walking in. This outdoor front area that's all covered and protected from looks like you could be protected from a hurricane from this front porch.
Right.
That's where, half of the drinking draw will be. But inside, especially on the second floor, there are all these great booths, great lighting. You can just get an idea of the space. Man, your fingers are super heavy.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have an ID? Are we waiting on somebody?
Look at this place.
Such a great place.
Oh, I repeat myself. All right. It is a
mind you, we're in there at noon on a Thursday or something, so it was Friday.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
But they're reserving that front patio definitely minimally for that for drink and draw people, and they got overhead lights. Denny used to do radio broadcasts from the back room there, right?
Yeah. Yep. Well, back before all that was built out, we used to do our show on the other side of the building. So it's
Awesome
been there a
stuff.
long time,
Mm-hmm.
and the food is good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, Newell can't wait to see your art. Gabriel Stockton, that's very nice for you to say.
Yes. Thank you.
And now Ian, I talked to you about this.
See, I think Ian and I are kind of dying to meet each other because I feel like we would just click, and I think he feels the same way. So,
Ian's awesome.
Ian, if you don't make it, I'm going to try to come up there and see you at the other IC3.
Yeah, that's September 26th in Providence, and you can get that all at IC3.art, and obviously firstcoastcomiccon.com for tickets. That's the last thing I'll post, just for something I probably should have done. The first thing I'll do last. This is the link. It's on our sites. If you want a ticket, it's $24, and that includes parking. Which is actually a pretty good deal. The brand new Duval Hall, Jacksonville Fairgrounds. As best we know, no cows, no nothing has been through that place yet.
Not yet. New car smell all the way.
It's nice and fresh. Concession stand. There's booze. There's drink and draw the night before. There's an after party. There's a ridiculous number of artists in one place coming. I think it's going to be a vacation. Yeah,
it's gonna be a good time.
It'll be fun.
Dan, don't worry about anything, man. Good.
I know it's going to be great. Yeah.
All right, Comic Art Live still got a few more hours. There's a closing show. I think it's at 8 p.m. and then I think the hall's open till 10 p.m. I should probably know this. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for showing up for the whole weekend, for Cal, for the exhibitor booths, for you guys, of course, today. Dan, we'll talk. Yeah. So I'm going to do the end stream thing. Michael and Denny and Dan, if you guys want to stay on and say hi for a minute, that's up to you.
Right.
I won't take it personally. See you guys. Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.